Hello. Just getting going here. Let me turn that down and such. Good afternoon, good evening. Can you hear me okay? I've just started the engines. It's quite a big hole, this one. Let me know if it's too loud. Is all the stuff's working today? Are we like 10 out of 10? I think we're heading down to the harbour, aren't we? Harbour town. That's the one, the big one on the back, I think, the 50k one, number 48. Harbour Town, G5I, that's where we're going. What are we hauling? Loads of stuff. Loads of tankers, if you remember. Buccaneer Dan, thank you, 27. I need to take a right turn. How am I feeling? Dude, I'm feeling so much better today. I actually slept last night and I feel human again. Brew hits, Danny. Almost 4 years. Thank you. Keeping well. Buccaneer down 27. Mr. Yorny, welcome back. Thank you, Ben. Mr. Ben GT. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, honestly, I feel... I actually slept properly last night. I think I woke up once or twice, but I obviously got some good sleep. Did I have an early one? Not massively early. I just waited till I was tired, then went to bed. Like, I find that if you try to force your sleep, it's even worse. Can't really see. It's quite a long train, that's quite heavy. Once we get around this section here, it's quite a quick section. So yeah, 270 tons plus 400 tons plus 765 tons. It's probably like what, 1500 something. Going to G5I in the harbour town. G5. Okay, so we'll come in from the west. We'll go around the top section, slalom through G, pull through to E, and then drop off whatever it is into G5I. Coming in from the west, 5I will be first track on the right. All good. Your wife can fall asleep whenever she likes, you're so the opposite. Yeah. Yeah, Mrs. Squirrel's the same, she can pretty much just zonk out. Let's get some speed going. Yes, I will be buying the hazmat licenses. You have a friend who once fell asleep standing? I mean, I've taken a nap standing as well. On a train. More of a power nap than a sleep, though. Nice one, Teapot. There's the horn. Okay, we need to slow down a little bit. For the 70 section. Don't drop your remote. Dude, that was funny. I think this is 70, then we get to near the, just north of the steel mill, there's a junction there, it's 50, I think. So we'll have to come down to 50 shortly. The worst is falling asleep on a sitting train and jolting yourself awake. Oh, I've done that. I've seen people do it. The thing is, if you actually take trains on the commuter run, nobody bats an eyelid. Because everybody does it. If you go outside of commuter times and take a train and do that, everybody's like, whoa, you weirdo. Bit of a climbing section, that should slow us down a little bit. Let's just get the speed down a touch. You can't sleep on buses, trains or planes. If you was to commute every day, as I've done, you will. You will do it. Firefighter, it depends what country they're doing it in. Like if somebody does that to you and they live in Turkey, for example, and they're hosting the pictures in Turkey, good luck. Because Turkey doesn't recognize copyright law. Bob Jensen, how are you doing? Oh, it's annoying, I'll give you that. Mr. Everett currently hauling 18-ton ore train with over 20 wagons. Look at the map, it's at the junction heading to the overpass the goods factory. My destination is a steel mill. Don't think it'll be time bonus, ain't reversing that beast. Nope. Well, you could, but... No, not that one, you silly game. The one behind it. Oh, this is frustrating. That one. No, not that one. That one. When did the last travel the real train? November. Yeah, it's a fairly long train. It's a pretty heavy one as well. These two DE6s though, my god, they can haul. Yes, Alban. I've been upstairs on the 747. Not flown an A380 yet, which is something I'd like to do. Rob Jensen, thank you for 33. Moving right along. Thank you, sir. I think this is... setting correctly, because everything's been reset. Oh, it's actually 70 going to the left. In my head, I thought, I'm sure it's a 70 for the left turn. But then I saw the 5 and thought, I better brake. There's like 2 left turns here, I think there's a 70 limit on both. So you can actually cruise through here at 70. Oh yeah, I don't think there'll be that many A380s. You know, it released... The A380 released just after the big crash. 2007 crash. And it was the worst possible timing. Which is why things like the 777's done so well. How many trains are in the game? There are 3 locomotives, if that's what you mean. Mr. Fatman, thank you for 8 months. Thank you for great content. Never a weekend goes when I enjoy what you play in the community. Awesome. Thank you, Fatman. Yeah, there's 2 diesel electrics and a steam, but I think they're going to add some more. Trying to gauge when the back of the train will pass that junction. D6 can comfortably haul 1,000 tons around the map. More than that, it kind of depends on the gradient. Some people say they've hauled 1,400 tons in it, which is probably doable if you get it right. Like, as in, if you're not going up the steepest gradients and you're getting a run up, you know, a D6 with 1,400 tons up that circle might struggle. A D6 with a run up through that hill, we should be okay. So it, you know, it's contextual really. Okay, next is a right-hand turn through the tunnel. I don't know, but it's kind of hard to recycle, really. I was hoping we'd see the back of the train, but the trees are kind of in the way. How does the sound effect thing work with the bits? Yeah, Josh, if you go to squirrel.tv website, and you click login, it'll authenticate you with Twitch. You don't need to like password or anything like that. It'll just auth you with Twitch. And then go to my account and sound bites. And it lists all the sound bites. They're all like sound bites with it. And you put a square bracket with the name of the sound bite when you send in your message and it will pick it up. Did you explore the whole map? I don't think I've been everywhere, no. I'm just going to get our speed down to like 40 through this tunnel. Even though it says 50. No, that was yesterday, Jimbo. Mr. Reverick, I love travelling from Iron Ore Mine East to the steel mill via the harbour town. Iron Ore Mine East to the steel mill via the harbour town? Dude, why? Always double check your route. Oh, did you not spot that you can't do that? Yeah, I think I know what you did. Now, what you could have done, when you come in from the iron ore mine, you can just go round down that loop. It's brilliant. And then come that way. That's the best way. Going back, not so great. Oh, we picked up a lot of speed. Back of that train's going through that junction quicker than I want. You went left over the goods factory in town accidentally. Rip. Yeah, there's loads of little gotchas on this map. Like that one there. It's not a triangle. It's literally a one-way in that way. It's like a filter in. And there's a few of them like that. Where's the other ones? There's a one there. One there. You've really got to look at it. If there was only a zoom option, you could see the junctions clearly. Oh, there is a zoom option, see? Kate Malski, thank you for 49 months. You've been playing the game for 8 hours. Whoa. As long as you're having fun. Right, this is... we can definitely see the train from this turn. Yes, please. A cup of tea would be... yes, it would, Josh. I agree. A cup of tea would be lovely right now. There you go. Now we can see it. It's quite long. There's the back. Right there. That's the whole train. Thank you for the bits, Josh. Get your order in. I'm about to. Dave, it is on console, Dave. We're currently on the Switch. There are so many indie titles on Switch, it's unbelievable. Okay, we're coming up to a left turn. It says 50. But again, I'm going to bring the speed down to under 40. Is it lying? There we go. It's a very, very, very late junction, that one. It doesn't let you know it's 40 until you get round the corner, and by the time you realise it's 40, it's already too late. You're going to get some iRacing later, GT4's at Sebring, the international one. Ah, that's much better, pups. Much better. Yes, the shunter is in that shop. Around the map, every shop has a different thing, so for the machine factory, it happens to be the shunter. Sorry, the remote. You reinstalled Kerbal Space after 2 years. To install some mods to make your last save work, many missions were on the way. And I don't remember where you left them off. Yeah. Is the physics any better, or did they just abandon the game? Gotta watch it down this section, because the back of the train is basically pushing you down this hill. KSP was amazing in the early days, like, I think. Pre the whole science thing, I think. Unfortunately, you hit its limitations when you start building space stations. You hit its physics limitations. Although you never know, if I run it now on a modern CPU, it might fare a bit better. I don't blame you, Mr. Mendez. Creative is definitely better. Like, the science side gives you a reason to do stuff. I'd say the mod I like the most, the, what was it called? It was a mod that allowed you to take, like, a mining drill, and you could mine... what was the chemical? There was a certain chemical that you could mine, and you could turn it into fuel. So it meant you could land on planets and actually refuel yourself. I can't remember the name of the mod. I need to slow down here and focus. It might have been Carbonite, I can't remember. Alright, take a right at this one. Okay, take a right there. And then we want a left into G. And then a right. And then a left. That should put us into G5I, which is where we're trying to get this haul. And the cars are FH48, but I don't think we need to decouple them anyway, do we? Space Engineers, yeah. I don't really get on with Space Engineers interface. I find it very unintuitive. Like, I really want to like Space Engineers, but I just struggle with it, you know? Mr. Squirrel soundbites are pure gold. Maybe my threshold for funny stuff is a bit low, but I find them hilarious. They've added fuel mining to the base game, as well as delta V calculations for each stage and other advanced stats that you would have. Yeah, I used to, until the Kerbal Engineer mod came along, yeah. That Engineer mod changed the whole game for me. Because just trying to guess your delta V was ridiculous. I'm glad you can actually mine for fuel, that's awesome. Where's the other two going, I wonder? C2I. Okay, the other two are going to C2I. Which is... Okay, so if we pull all the way through, we can reverse back through E, all the way back into C and drop the other two off. We won't get the bonus for it, but it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, Mrs. Squirrel's delaying mine, Josh. She's doing something. You've never heard of space engineers until now. What do you have to do to get the steam engine part of this game? Spend 50,000 on your steam engine license and then go and find one. But you're also going to need a lighter, a shovel.
Happy anniversary.
What else do you need for the steam? Lighter and a shovel are the main things. You need to be able to shovel a coal and you need to be able to set fire. Without those two items, you're going to struggle. Code Red, thank you for 50 months. Happy 5 years. Battery indicator looks a little buggy, I agree. I think it's its animated way of saying I'm charging. I'll tell you what is going to be a problem. The signal strength on the bottom there, look. We're almost reaching the max length of the remote.
Aye.
Polished Human. Thank you for the bids. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Okay, we're coming up. Signal's fading. Right, let's leg it and see if we can hand that in. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Let's try handing that one in. Okay, we did it in 28 minutes and we got 80,000 for that. Just got to uncouple those cars now. I think I'm in the wrong place. No, I'm not. So this is SU06. SU06. That's the last one. The train brake was on enough sufficiently to hold the brake on the cars. So yeah, we should be okay. Right, let's have a quick look at the map. That will be F, which means this will be E, I believe. I don't think we're going to be able to move this in time for the bonus because it's about 6 or 7 minutes. And that's pushing it for a weight this size. But we'll do what we can. C2I. As we come in from the bottom there, straight in. You never know. If we get the signaling right, we could get the bonus. It's going to be pretty close. Yesterday you bumped into your consist, you meant to couple to it, rolled away. Dude, yesterday I detached one section of my consist and I hadn't put the train brake on. And so I moved the loco around to collect some other stuff. Meanwhile, the consist I originally dropped had started rolling very slowly. To the point where it basically came onto the junction that I then physically had to move it out of the way just to carry on the game. It was so annoying. Hey, Mr. Langeveld. Right, let's set this up for a straight through. I wish you could set brakes on the cars if you want. You can. It's easy. If you want to put the brakes on this car set now, all you got to do is walk up to it and open the valve when you hear the air go. And you didn't hear it because the brakes are on. So just let the air pressure out and that'll put the brakes on. Right, let's go through here. This should be... Okay, so we want to go past this and then left into C. Which is this one. Yeah, well, I will ride on the back in a sec.
Welcome back, Nutter.
For some reason, people are okay with me riding on the back of the consist when I'm shunting, but if I get on the top of the train when I'm driving, they're like, "Oh, why are you on the train?" Panther, welcome back. Chances for the bonus. Probably looking at 3 or 4 minutes to do this. I don't think it's going to happen. It will be close, but I don't think we'll do it.
Konnichiwa, Squirrel-san.
Dave. Dave, I present to you the sandalwood beard comb, Dave. Smells terrific. Makes your beard look 10 out of 10. This is what you need in your life, Dave. Looks like we're set for a straight-in run. Right, there's 2i there, so we probably want to get it past this point for it to count. This game has got little map detail. And yet somehow it's like incredibly fun. And you actually get a feeling of moving trains around.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Forget the tea. Get a beer down your neck. Let's go. I'm not having a beer on a Sunday afternoon while I'm streaming. That ain't happening, bro. I'll wait for my tea. We got the bonus. 31 grand. Oh, no, we didn't get the bonus. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, 21 seconds. I missed it by 21 seconds. If it had been just less than 36 minutes, it would have given us the bonus. I did say to you it's going to be close. Oh, man. Look at that. Missed out on 25k of bonus though. Why, a measly seconds. Dang it, that burns. what now? I think I must have pressed it twice. You had 35 minutes, yeah, but since the update, it allows you a minute's leeway. So if we'd have done it up to 31 minutes, 35 minutes and 59 seconds, we'd have still got it.
Welcome back, Nutter. Happy
Now, I don't think...
Nutter.
what's the fuel gauge again? So we've got 3/4 of a tank, so we don't really need to refuel. We could mess about and take them into the service yard, but I don't think there's much point. So let's go and see what jobs we've got available and how much cash we've got and stuff. Anthony, thank you for 38 months. Unless we want to buy the hazmat license, at which point we will have to do that, because we owe quite a bit of money. We shall see. What mode is this on? Casual, medium, or hard? Wait, what now? Career difficulty. Do you know what? I didn't actually realize that it had this. Career difficulty affects job payments. I guess I'm on normal because I never even knew about this. Comms radio spawn mode. Toggle car spawning using comms radio. I never even looked at these options. There's casual, normal, and hardcore, it seems. I don't really know what that does. Toggle car spawning using comms radio. That sounds like you can just spawn a vehicle using your radio. Is that right? Yeah, apparently this just affects how much you get paid. Oh, it lets you spawn cars in for cheating. Item highlighting, whatever that is. That's fine. I'll be honest, I never even saw that. Anthony, thank you for 38 months. Let's see. Hazmat 2 to the factory town. It's also going factory town. Logistic hall to the factory town. Some shunting prep for the factory town. Well, that's unload and store, so I can't bother with that. That's unload and store the stuff that we just brought in. Want some cheeky money. That's the one to go for. Unload and store a train with oil. Look at like, that's an amazing amount of money. 3 drop-offs. 40 grand for some shunting work is very, very good. And we've already got the engine lined up for it. Yay or nay on that beer? That's definitely a nay for me. It's factory and town ones here. It's 800 tons worth of stuff. I like this one. Sodium hydroxide. Needs a hazmat 2 license. Cocktails and alcohol pops, Dave. Alcohol pops? You what, mate? Logistical hall of empty cars. Okay. Referick, you made Rye sad by not reading out his bits. How did I miss that? I honestly missed that, Mr. Rye, sorry. Good afternoon and evening, Squirrel. I hope you're well and the family. I heard that there are Mrs. Squirrel soundbites now. I'm not sure which they are in the soundbites list. We've had Mrs. Squirrel soundbites for I don't know, at least a year, I think. Cup of tea and cake are the two ones that she's done, I think. So tea and cake, I think, are the only two we've got. Food factory in town. That one pays 60 grand. That is really good.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Really good. Logistic, meh. Suspected infected, welcome back. City Southwest Electronics, another steel mill run. Ooh, that could be fun. I can imagine the length of that train though if we take that empty hole as well. That would be massive. Lots of shunting jobs available.
Welcome
City
back,
Southwest.
Nutter.
Is that the only one? I thought we had another one to City Southwest. It's on the way. Alright, Muffins, how are you? Untrustworthy Pop-Tart. Welcome back.
Anniversary.
Thank you for 7 months. You could do shunting for paying the fees. Yeah, I could do. Like that one, 40k. I'm trying to work out which of these is the one that we're currently sat at on the C yard and which of these is the G yard. One of those two, I reckon, is the G yard. Possibly that one. I'm thinking maybe that's the C yard, but I don't know. You thought there were new ones uploaded? No. Good to be back. Your internet's been spotty but sorted now. You can watch the streams. Nice. Yeah, because where we are at the moment, we dropped off here in G. That was a big, long load at G. And then we reversed into C with 2 different loads. And one of these is the big one. I'm guessing it's that one for the G. Which then means these two are probably the ones in the C yard. At a guess. SU06 is in the G yard. That's what I figured. So the C yard is the one that's very quick to drop because we're already there. And we literally, the unloading yard is next to it. The colours of the carriages are correct. You can check out the tanks and the line and match them. You can, yeah, if you walk over there. Does the mod that allows you to control 2 trains work if you have a train cargo train? Yes. The way the mod works is, and you can do this with multiple, you could have 3 locomotives in your train. It doesn't matter. You control one of them, and whatever you do to the controls, it replicates to the other locomotives in the train. I think I'll pick that one up and hope it won't go away. And in the meantime, we'll do these 2. That's the big one, so we'll just unload these 2, I think. Mr. Rye, thank you, Referic. Also, I haven't been around much to the community. I missed you all. Welcome back, Rye. No problem. C2I, C2I, so correct. Exactly correct with our assumption. So we'll just start up the front loco, I think. We won't need both. So this is C3L right here, literally right next to it. They're planning to add multiplayer dedicated server mode to this game. Could be fun with friends. Go and have a look at their community objectives list. That's the best way to tell. There's a big list of stuff, and they need points to do certain things. They've got a whole bunch of things done, some in progress, and some potential future ones. If you have a look at that list and see if it matches like what you're looking for. I don't have a link to it though. Grey Cap Leader, thank you, 21. A 2-kilometer train. You'd have to have an awful lot of jobs to do that. Like, I've done a half-kilometer train, and that was quite big for the map. Yesterday we reached villagers and passengers. Nice. I got my cup of tea, by the way. Oh god. Where's my remote gone? Okay, I've got myself into a bit of a mess here. I think I might have dropped the remote or something. I think I've dropped the remote again. I think I must have accidentally pressed G somehow, because the remote's gone. And I couldn't bring it back in my inventory list. It's despawned, yeah. I honestly, it's so annoying. Like, that's the second time I've done that. Like, you press the F key to teleport around, and the G key is right next to it. I may have to rebind the G key, because that's twice I've accidentally pressed G. Lost the remote. I'm skipping through my stuff, trying to find the remote control for a train that's accelerating. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remap that, I think. So I just had to jump in the loco and panic brake everything. Refrick, is it time to rebuy the G key and I'll get a subscription to the Lost and Found Shack? Both. All of that happened because apparently I managed to set the first point wrong. Thank you, pups. I'll say that about you later when you're driving. What does the sand button do? It basically deploys sand in front of the locomotive so that when the wheels go over it and they hit the sand, it provides more friction. So when you've got wheel slip, so when you're throttling, there's a wheel slip indicator. If that lights up, your wheels are spinning. Deploy the sand, you'll get more grip. But the sand costs quite a lot of money. Well, there goes the bonus anyway. Whatever. Well, I was told it's very expensive. Very specialist kind of sand. High friction sand. That's the wrong one. Is that what I did last time? I'm not sure. If the sand wouldn't be too fine for any friction. It's a real thing, Ryo. It actually works. I don't know what kind of sand it is. Maybe it's treated with chemicals, I don't know. Why does Dubai import sand from Scotland? What's so good about Scotland sand? Yeah, but why, Butler? What kind of sand is it? Like, what's so special about the sand? That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm saying. Are we anything? Looks like we're in. G2S. They all want to go to G2S. She's out this way. G yard is back down there. Funnily enough, G is where the next job is as well, so that's awesome timing. It's like the reverse of what we did. We dropped a load of stuff at G, and then dropped it at C, and now it's saying, unload that and take it to G, and then we can bring that over to C and unload it. So we can get double shunting here. So we want second on the left as we go in. So basically what we're saying, Butler, is they need Scottish sand because Scottish sand is strong enough. I have no idea, Custard. I honestly don't know, mate. Can't you just get yourself a Twitch Prime sub for now or something? And then contact Twitch and ask them. I think we've derailed. No, it's just the way it's drawing it. It made it look like it was a derail. Finally have your tea. I have got mine before you then. Custard, welcome back. Thank you, Rye. See, Rye has gifted you a sub, Custard, until you figure it out. I suggest, Custard, that you contact Twitch now, because you've basically got 4 weeks to sort this out. Just go to Twitch support and ask them. Yeah, the second locust turned off. We don't need it. Oh no, I've just handed the wrong one in. Oh man.
Welcome to the nut house.
Well, there goes the bonus. I just started the other job because I handed the wrong one in and I haven't finished this one, so yeah. Okay, so it wants 52 to go to... Move it from... Wait, what? Fatman, thank you, gifting subs to Just Kidding and Jealous Royd. Jealous to Royd, welcome. Mistakes were definitely made. It says in progress. What's it done with the job? Oh my god, it's actually... It actually threw it on the floor, I think, when I handed it in. I don't know. Like, where's the original job now? Where's the job card? Is that it? Yep. Some of it has to be... Oh my god, game. Some of it has to be dropped off. Oh dear. Right, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Pick you up. I should have read properly. Like, I should have turned the page over. Because basically it says some of them go to G2S, but some of them go to D. And this is a real problem because we've actually got consist in the middle now. This is actually a big problem. Because some of these cars need to stay here and some of them are actually in the middle of this set. Welcome back, Matty. Right, that's 175. So 175. Uncouple that all the way to 271, it says. 855 006 271. So that lot needs to stay here. But additionally, and this is where we're going to have issues, because that's that lot, but there's also these three that need to stay here. And these three, 824 to 323, are in the middle of this lot somewhere. There you go. So that one, we need to get those cars in between here and that out of there, because these cars are staying here. God. And we don't have any free track, I don't think, apart from the center. We'll have to put them in the center. What a pain. Which isn't so bad, apart from the big job I basically started already. Do you know what I might do? I've got an idea. I've got a cunning plan. I'm going to slap the brake on this. I'm going to nick the locomotive. And I'm going to do this one instead. So pick these up from G5I, which is this track here, and take them to C3 loading. Let's see if we can get this one done, because we've lost the bonus on that one, but maybe we can get this one. That's too quick. That was nearly a very large explosion. Right, let's push these out of here. Mr. Hambone, thank you for a year. Your streams are the best. I can't watch live usually, but the plus uploads are amazing. Hope you and the family are well. Mr. Hambone, appreciate that. Thank you for popping in and staying subbed. Right, C3L, then we'll be going to G6, G2, and D5. Jeez, man. S-Thing, welcome back. PS4 Gamer, thanks for 65.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
This game is so much fun, Flamingo, I agree. You'd get the game if you had VR, Dave. It's a lot of fun without VR. Can't you just have a word with NVIDIA, Dave? Be like, yo, I'm clean shaved Dave. Give me a VR headset. They're trying to get from your Twitter post to try from your country you live in. Yeah, you're not going to get it in this game anytime soon, though. Why don't you stream in VR? Mostly because VR doesn't have any image stabilization, and you would probably find it a bit nauseating to watch. Love the way you can see the tanks like a boink. That's brilliant. Like you see the suspension unload is brilliant. Reminds me of SnowRunner. Actual physics. Okay, let's see. G6S. That's the one, 2 on the right. You tempted to get this for VR, but VR makes you sick. Don't bother then. Like, with VR, the more you do it, the less nauseous you feel. You know, the first time you try it, you might be like 5 minutes, I feel a bit weird. Second time, you might be a bit longer. After a while, you can probably play for like an hour or two. But the fact is if it affects you, it will affect you. It's just a matter of how long. And if you're tired and stuff like that, it'll still affect you. Why reverse him? I can go straight through. It does have multiple drops, Costello. It does. G6, second on the right. Marketing is easier than bank robberies, Dave. Okay. Are the starting's clear? There will be. It's not a logistic job, so in theory, yes. You've got sick and many cheaper ones now with an index of 120 Hz. Do not get sick at all. That is a big difference. I agree. I have got VR, yeah. So 459 to 409 is going here.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Job is crazy. I'm only 4 days. I won't be doing time constraints, but for a trip around the world and the cash it pays are doing it. Nice. Benemen, welcome back.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Let's get a bit more forward. Nice one, Dave. Okay, that's on success. Eight, 4, 1, 409. There it is. Right, G2S. That could be a problem. G2S is a little bit of a problem. We've actually got stuff in G2S. Oh my god. This is an absolute mess. This is what happens when you try to do too many jobs at once. You're gonna have to move this train out of the way. I love this game that keeps on giving. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to move this train out of the way. And then reverse this back into what's left of that lot. What comes after G2S? D5, alright, so... let's just leave this one here for a bit. Rip time bonus. You never know. We'll see. We will see. That should still be coupled onto that. I did decouple that, didn't I? I decoupled all the stuff that needed to stay. The only difference is there's a part of this that needs to stay here, but we'll have to put it there later. We'll just reverse this into the center bit. Right, we'll put this one on the center track. Don't know, Zarek. We're wasting minutes here. I mean, even if we don't, that shunting job pays 40 grand. I mean, that's pretty much worth it. Can you sit down in the cab? Yeah, so what you do is you walk in, you press the X key, and it sits you down like that. You can open the window if you want. Right, G2S is now free. So we want 2 of them here, and then the other 2 at D5S. Exactly, Benjamin. It'll pay for the fuel bill to get here. You'll need a bigger wallet. I'm going to buy those hazmat licenses soon, I think. Get them ticked off. Verticilla, itching close to 4 years. Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Mr. Crablin, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome to the house, Crablin. So it was the back 2 that are staying. 643041, so that means this one is not. Those 2 are not staying, just these 2. This needs to go around to the D yard, I think, doesn't it? Oh, the D yard's a bit of a pain, actually. Wait, how are we going to do this? How are we going to turn this around? It needs to go to D5S. You can't reverse into D very easily. I'm going to have to reverse into C, back out again, and then reverse into D. That's a bit of a pain. passenger yard looks free. We can always reverse through that. It's going to be hard to get a bonus given all the shenanigans we're having to do here. Well, we're going to go straight past D and then reverse into C and effectively 3-point turn it there to reverse it back into D. Drive straight in, uncouple then reverse out of the empty lines. You reckon? You reckon that would work? D5. Deciding run. Yeah, it's possible. I guess we could do it. Is there enough room to drop off? I think so. It doesn't matter. If there's anything there, we'll shove it out of the way. Okay, so we want to keep left and then... So we go right into D. Then we want to take a left turn here, I think. Yeah, that's 5S. So we'll just go in there and then uncouple and then shove that out of the way. Because speed limits are auto-generated currently, I think. Do you consider this game more of a simulator than an arcade game? There's nothing very much arcadey about this, apart from remote controls, I guess. Maybe you could argue. Yeah, boy, 60 grand for that. Get in, look at this. 60 grand for some shunting work. We did it in 28 minutes. Booyah.
Welcome back.
Right, we've got a little bit of cleaning up to do. Most notably be in the form of the fact that this is now stuck in between all this contest. Wow, look at those cars. They look like the old Yugo, I think it was. Or is it a Fiat or a Yugo that looks like that? Yeah, if we'd have 3-point turned that contest, we would not have got the bonus. But we'll 3-point turn it now. Mr. Fish. Happy Twitch, baby. Thank you for 9 months. Look at this stuff popping into the draw distance, you see it? As we move on the map. You see like vegetation and rocks kind of popping in. Right, we want to go that away. Yeah, I'm going to finish those 2 jobs. Just want to set these out first. We're not going to get the bonus on the others, so there's no rush. Wait, what? I just changed that. I changed the wrong one. Are you serious? Did it do the hitbox thing on me again? Do you know, I really don't like that at all. It's honestly annoying the way that hitbox works. It's too big, I think. I think if he, instead of the hitbox as like the whole signal, if he had it as like the lower half of it, then at least you'd be able to see over the top of stuff. And you could just aim for the lower part of a signal. You'd know how it was going to work then. Controls are not standing on top of trains in real life. Does it make you feel better if I do this then? Does that fit better with you? If I do that? The stream times below, are they set times from SquirrelPlus Live or are they flexible and possibly changed? All stream schedules are subject to change. You know, everybody has IRL issues. I am no different. I set the stream schedule. I try my best to stick to it, but sometimes that doesn't happen. But it's my best guess at what's going to happen that week. See, there we go again. I'm trying to hit that one behind it and I can't hit it. Like, now I can hit it. Well, it's like any job. You know, you're expected to be at your desk at 9 o'clock and leave at 5, but how many times does that happen? I think the penalty for abandoning a job is quite high, isn't it? So we better do that other one. You're 31 on Monday week, so the 15th enter question because I'd love to catch a stream. Yeah, I mean, normally I will be doing Thursday, Friday at 5, and then Saturday, Sunday, 2 streams. Yes, it's a remote control. It costs 25 grand in the game. And you basically bind it to one locomotive. Your job starts at 2 AM and lasts until 11:30 AM. Are you like security or something? I don't know how you cope with a night shift. I'd find that difficult. Especially in summer. Oh, Amazon. Oh, you work in like the logistics centers. Can you play the remote control on a steam train? I believe you can. I'm not sure, but I believe you can. Right, let's go and figure this out. So, we have this one and this one. Gotta try and remember where we're up to. This is 278. So this needs to go on D2S. 278, 317, and 233. So we'll just disconnect those, because they want to go to D. And then this one, I think this is the one that needs to go back on G. Five, 9, 1. Yeah, 591. Wait a second. That wants to go on D as well. 591, 443. Oh, hang on. Let me reconnect that. So 323. There it is. 323. These three need to go back on the G line. That was it. Okay. Sorted. Bit of shenanigans. Thanks, game. Thanks for not providing a rail so we can fall off and reset the train. It's much appreciated. Right, so we've got to go into here and rebind this. So we unpair it from the original and then repair it to this one. And now we can operate this one. This goes back on G2S, which is that line there. I have no idea why I done on this game already. I really like this type of game you'd enjoy. Why don't you buy it then? Well, Mr. Yorny, once SpaceX has finished putting a Starnet thing up, we'll have internet, no problem. Yes, there is wheel slip. You don't tend to get much wheel slip in the D6, but you get it a lot in the D2. That was a little bit harsh. Yeah, a little bit. I managed to shunt one consistent to the next one. where does all this go? D2S. Good job we fixed up D2S. Put the engine on the other end of the consist.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
It's a good idea, mate. I like your thinking. Even if we have to reverse the train, at least we're going in properly. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. Carl Kurt, thank 41 months. So close to 4 years. If only I'd subscribed sooner instead of lurking. So much time wasted. It's all good, mate. It's all good. Wow, I'm not even looking at that one. There we go. What's a consist? Set of cars. You know what? When you get the DE6, you pretty much don't seem to use the DE2 ever again. Unless you just need to move something around the yard cheaply, I guess. But the DE6 is just such a do-it-all train. It's just amazing. Why it costs 200 grand. Yeah, but why does the steam train cost 50 then? And it can pull more. Baron von Bat? That sounds like a D&D name. Thank you, welcome to the nethouse, sir. You'll find, Tagger, that the fuel is at least half a tank. They have a massive tank on the D6. Like, ridiculously big fuel tank. I don't know, Eklos. I think I'll probably do all my hazmat and military first. And then start tackling steam. I don't see any rush for that. Dr. Introvertius, thank you for Twitch, baby, 9 months. And for handing over some of Jeff Bezos's almost $1 trillion. Right, so just going to reverse this back into D. D2S to be exact. Which is that one. Good morning, Squirrel. Started back to work last week, Mystic Knight. Are you enjoying it? I mean, can you actually say, I am glad to be back at work? Did you ever think you would say that? Have you derailed? Yep. Oh, yeah. Last weekend, we had a huge explosion here in the harbour. Oh, there's explosions. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, there's explosions. Quite big ones. $11 for that. 16 grand for that. It's another 27 in the coffers. And the coffers now stand at 747,000. Minus some of the bills we've got to pay. You don't understand why people want to be millionaires or would be depressed with that much money. Way too much money for one person to make you happy. That's a very interesting way of looking at it. So, if you had that amount of money, you bought yourself freedom. So you no longer have to work. You can basically pick and choose whatever job you do and be happy doing it, knowing that there's no pressure to do it. So you could carry on doing the same job now, but knowing full well that if your boss says, I'm firing you, you've got no stress, right? Let's get these locos serviced. The explosion sequence was fantastic. We need more action like that. It was pretty cool the way it happened. Like, one car had derailed and it started leaking fuel. And then when it ignited, it set fire, blew up, and the chain of fire just worked its way through the whole consist. You'll find other things to worry about. I agree. You'd just be a secret millionaire. You'd be like undercover boss. You did your first hazmat last night with the time boss. It was over 100 grand. Nice. I think the biggest job I've done, including bonus, was 180. You're going to have people asking for handouts. If they know your wealth, yes. Absolutely. It's the old thing of, you know, you go to your pub, you go to the pub with the mates and you all have a drink, and then they find out that you've won the lottery and won £1 million on the lottery. So then you go to the pub for a drink with your mates, and somehow things are different. Why is that? Well, suddenly your mates like look at you when it's somebody time to pay for a round, because you're rich now, right? You can't really get around that. Loop, thanks for 34 months, plenty of fun and an awesome community. Thank you to Paul and the Nutters. Things are not good for me health-wise, but at least I can relax a little here. I'm sorry to hear that, Loop. Do please relax here. Enjoy yourself, have fun.
Welcome back.
Forget about your troubles.
Nutter.
You have lots of friends, but no real friends. It's a funny thing. I think the really rich people hang out with the really rich people for that reason. Because only people that are as rich as you understand the problems that brings, and at least if you hang out with other rich people, they're not asking for money like the rest of us, yeah? I think that's the reason they do it. I'll let you know if we ever find out. Uh-oh. Wrong way. Ghost of Oryx, welcome back. Mr. Rose, thank you for 61. Ike, welcome back. Carl Dennis, thank you for 15. Okay, that looks like it's lined up.